Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to the latest matchday preview on the channel. Proper football here, no international break, League 2 football. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Crewe Alexandra. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to the latest matchday preview, Doncaster Rovers versus Crewe in League 2. As I say, international break, we don't care about that, proper football here. But yeah, looking forward to this one. There's a bit of spice added to this one. Obviously, we'll get into that in a short while, but if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for dropping by. If you like this sort of content, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any of the future stuff. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the support that you've given the channel over the years. And if you are new to the channel, this is a format that we go through match previews. We'll look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words about, and then I choose one to watch for Crewe Alexandra in this one. But as I always say, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that needs discussing at that point, get them in the comments down below. And then we finish the video with 3 predictions. A predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub. Me and the family have got predictions league for all of the league games this season, and then the all important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Donny and Crewe faced off a total of 111 times in our history. Rovers edging this one with 45 wins out of those 111. Crewe with 39, and we've shared the spoils 27 times. Drilling down to the more recent 5 though, Crewe just edge it with the 3 wins out of the 5, Donny with 2. But yeah, we go back to the 2022-23 season, and it was a home defeat 2-0 in that one. And then the 23-24 season, last season, we kind of traded blows throughout the season with 3-2 away defeat for the Rovers and then a 2-0 home win. And then we faced off in the playoff semi-final at the end of the season where Rovers went away and got a 2-0 win, and we looked in the driving seat, bringing it back to the Eco Power Stadium. Looked in really good form, and yeah, it all came crumbling down, didn't it, with 2 quick fire goals from Crewe. I think it was 15-16 minutes, so we're back in the game, a game that we really shouldn't have lost, but we did. It went on to penalties, which is a lottery, and credit to Crewe, they put their penalties away and Donny didn't. So yeah, they went on to the final. Unfortunately for them, they didn't make it through. Crawley would have probably beaten us on the day as well. Very decent team last season, Crawley. So yeah, we face off once again. So there's a settle to score on our part, and it's already started on social media. So I think there's going to be a little bit of added spice in this one tomorrow. So looking forward to it. But yeah, we owe Crewe after the disappointing defeat in the semi-final. Current form, it's difficult to split really. Probably you'd lean towards Crewe with 4 wins from 5, a defeat sandwiched in between those 4 wins. Donny on the other hand, 2 draws. One of those was a penalty defeat in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, a defeat in the middle, and then coming into this one off the back of 2 wins. So yeah, Crewe have obviously got the better form over the 5, but looking at the last 3, we are neck and neck. Crewe did progress through the Bristol Street Motors Trophy on Tuesday night with a 1-0 win over Harrogate. That took them to the top of their group, with only Blackpool able to catch them, so they will be going through to the knockout stage of that trophy. But they've also picked up in the league a lot. After a poor start, it was 2 defeats and a draw from their opening 3 fixtures. They also had an early exit from the Carabao Cup at Rotherham at the start of the season as well. But since then, it's been 5 wins, 1 defeat from the last 6 league games, and it shows that a corner has been turned, and it's lifted Crewe to 8th, which is only 3 points behind first. So they're on 16 points. First, I think there's 4 teams on 19 points. So big game tomorrow, and it could set the rest of the season up for either one of these 2 clubs. On to Donny, a great response from us after a poor showing against Chesterfield, and we've managed to get 6 points from 6 available with wins at home to Barrow and then last Saturday at Grimsby. 3-0 half time at Grimsby, and a man to the good as well. They'd been sent down to 10 men, and I thought we'd have pushed on, maybe improved our goal difference a bit, but in fairness, it turned out to be a fairly professional performance, getting through it with a clean sheet and no injuries other than Oluwu coming off in the warm-up. Hopefully he's okay for tomorrow. But midweek we played a game behind closed doors against Scunthorpe that finished 1-1, but it gave the fringe players an opportunity to have a run out so that they are ready if and when they're called upon. Obviously games come thick and fast at this time of year, so hopefully we'll be raring to go with a full week's preparation for this game. And like I said earlier, we do owe Crewe one after our poor performance in the playoffs, but credit to them, they tactically outfought us on that game and deserved to go through, in fairness, after being 2-0 down and everybody ripped them off. So just shows that they've got staying power, they've got kind of that determination to win games, so it's going to be a very tough one tomorrow. On to player profile. So for this one I've gone with Jordan Gibson, our right midfielder, but tends to play on the left. 26 years old this season so far, 3 goals, 3 assists since joining from Carlisle in the summer, and yeah, that's a decent start to life at Doncaster. Went off the boil a little bit after the first game, after the opening game against Accrington, where he scored an absolute beauty, and we've been saying as a family that he just needs to give a little bit more and show us what he's got. He certainly did that on Saturday, scoring 2, and yeah, showed us what he's about. Quick in behind, and knows where the net is. So hopefully the performance and the sellout fans from Grimsby singing his name, fantastic song, gives him the confidence to continue performing well. So hopefully that does continue into tomorrow and we see the Jordan Gibson that we saw last Saturday. On to the opponent's one to watch. So for this one I've gone, well, he's like a fine wine, isn't he? Mickey Demetriou, fantastic defender, 34 years old, centre back, career appearances 556, so he's been around the block, knows the business in the EFL, and is just one of those defenders that manages to get in the right place at the right time, a little bit like Richard Wood. I think his experience just allows him to read the game really, really well, and he is dangerous from set pieces as well. 42 goals as a centre back is not too bad. We've had some attackers with them kind of numbers, and 31 assists. So yeah, he's one that gets up on set pieces, gets on the end of stuff, and he is very dangerous in both boxes. He'll clean up basically, won't he? Any balls coming into the box, he'll make sure that they're headed away and out of danger, and any balls coming into the box from set pieces, he'll be the one that they're aiming for to try and get it in the back of the net. And yeah, one to definitely watch. But as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that we should be wary of, get them in the comments down below. Moving on to the predicted team lineup. So this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Loads to get your teeth stuck into. For me though, I've gone unchanged from my last preview. Hopefully Oluwu is back in the team. So I've gone Sharman Lowe in goal, a back four of Sterry, McGrath, Oluwu and Fleming. Bailey in the middle, who filled in at centre back superbly last Saturday against Grimsby. Kelly and Clifton to make up that midfield three, with Molyneux on the right, Gibson on the left, and Billy Sharp up front on his own, hopefully terrorising Demetriou. We will see. On to the predictions league table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. Get it spot on, it's 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game right but not the scoreline, it's 1 point. Completely wrong, it is no points. And 3 of the 4 of us went for wins against Grimsby, but none got the scoreline right. And if you watch my channel for a while, you'll know that my dad stuck with the Desmond. He went with 2-2, so still yet to get off the mark 10 games in, still at the foot of the table on no points. I'm just above him on 4 points. Chris is just above me on 6, and Max still leading the way on 8. So yeah, got some catching up to do, but there's plenty of football still to be played. And that takes me on to my score prediction for this one, and it's a tough one to call. Obviously I always want Donny to win, and hopefully we do. That's what I'm hoping on, but I'll always predict with my head and not my heart, and I think Crewe are in really good form coming into this one. There is a score to settle, and obviously Crewe will want to show that the playoff semi-final turnaround wasn't just a fluke and that they are better than us, but I think we'll cancel each other out. I think there's going to be goals, but I think it's going to be a draw, and I'm joining my dad on a Doncaster Rovers 2, Crewe 2. We'll see if he goes with the same. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up on it for us, please. Get your predictions in the comments down below, or any lineup changes that you want, get them in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and all that's left for me to do is say thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.